Hi, this is All Things Nerdy back again with another video on What If. Today we are here to explore what if Tony Stark is saved by Killmonger. We started with the monologue from The Watcher. He explained that in this universe, Tony Stark was not destined to become Iron Man. This was what we initially speculated in my YouTube shorts. It meant that Tony would not have been part of the Avengers initiative and would not have saved the world. During the medal ceremony for Eric, he revealed that he was an undercover in the Ten Rings. He exposed the involvement of Stark Industries CEO on the kidnapping. Afterwards, Eric and Tony had a party to celebrate their short-lived victory. Rhodey and Pepper Potts were at the other table discussing on Eric's motive. However, Rhodey did not find any clue on his motive. This Rhodey is remodeled after Don Cheadle instead of Terrence Howard. Tony brought Eric to his garage and shared a moment discussing about their father's legacy. Eric led Tony to discuss about his MIT findings on creating a mecha, which is very similar to what an autopilot Iron Man suit would look like. They combined their knowledge and formed the basis of the suit. However, there was still a missing piece, which is the energy source. Eric gave Stark a piece of his vibranium ring and manipulated him to make a deal with Ulysses Klaue. Rhodey was in charge of the negotiation with Klaue for the vibranium tech, but they were infiltrated by Black Panther and the Dora Milaje. Eric appeared with Tony's tech and assassinated both Rhodey and T'Challa. Killmonger tried to manipulate Tony Stark into infiltrating Wakanda after the death of Rhodey. However, Tony was too smart for it. He had already completed the Liberator Mark I to emulate Eric. However, Eric still won and assassinated Tony. General Ross greenlit the completion of Liberator 1 and used it to invade Wakanda. Eric still ended up betraying Klaue like in the original Black Panther and used his dead body as a gift to gain the King Wakanda's trust. At this point, the original King of Wakanda, T'Chaka, is pretty much alive. He trusted Eric and led them right to the war with the Liberators. After the war, he gained full trust of T'Chaka and took on the mantle as the new Black Panther. Eric's plan had never deviated from the Black Panther series, which was to ship the vibranium technology across the world and start a revolution to topple the world's government, which would be under Wakanda's rule from now on. However, Shuri had her suspicion and reconstructed a scene with Rhodey and T'Challa. She found out that it was Eric's plan all along to gain T'Chaka's trust. However, she needed Pepper Potts' help to let T'Chaka and General Ross to believe them. We are likely to see a sequel to this What If, as there will be some scenes visible in What If trailer that was not seen here, mainly Pepper Potts working with the Wakandians. So we are likely to see our heroes working together to stop Eric. However, it's unclear how this series would end up in the end, as Tony Stark would still have not stopped Thanos. This is my short breakdown of the What If series. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please like and leave a comment down below on what should I do next. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all things Marvel. Check out my other content in the Cardboard playlist and see you next time.